Hey, I'm Will Wheaton, and I have just received a dump truck full of gold bullion to tell you to watch the Scene Snobs.
Hey, Casey.
Hey,
How you
man.
doing, bud?
I'm great. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. So,
Marvelous. Well, you are looking rather fantastic, I have to say.
thank you, buddy. You know what? I've had to lose some weight because now I'm in a closet. It's true, a little white closet.
You've got to live to your size, so they put you in a smaller cage.
Right? The more Noom helps me lose, the more smaller of a cage that becomes.
But it's fantastic, though. Tell me more about Noom, my friend, and your journey.
Guys, Noom has been awesome. It's been teaching me a lot. It's been helping me a lot. I absolutely love it, and I don't see myself turning back. But if you guys want to check it out, Noom has daily lessons, personal coaching sessions, support groups, tracking systems, and more. They're not going to tell you what you can or can't eat either because they don't believe in good or bad foods. Instead, they're going to give you the knowledge and the wisdom that you need to make informed choices that fit your lifestyle. So if you're interested, you should go check out Noom in our affiliate link down below.
Yeah, give it a look, give it a link, give it a click, and start your journey towards success. And don't get in your own way. Check out Noom.
That's right. But here we go. We're going to get started on the Scene Snobs Podcast. Thanks for joining in this week. And here we go.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, joined as always by my partner in crime, the man, the myth, the legend, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, Casey, the Madman Plot.
Well, I thank you so much for that marvelous introduction of a tenth of what you owe me contractually, but I'll take it. It's fine.
Only a tenth, yeah. There's so many other things that I have to quote.
There's quite a few.
I was not going to call him Long Dick Silver.
Of bullet points. Wait, what? It's supposed to be exalted.
The exalted one. That's
yes.
Right. I'll get to that one next week.
We're working on it. Hi, buddy.
Hey, buddy. How you doing today?
Great, man. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right. You know, I did something new today. I haven't done in 20 years.
Okay, so is it really new?
Well, fair. It's new-ish. It's new to this body.
It just grew back, basically, is what you're saying. So you get to start over again.
The last time I did this, I had abs.
Ooh, okay. So this is ancient.
This is ancient. 20 years ago. And I don't even know that I was actually doing the act or sleeping in one. But I took a bath today.
Oh, my goodness.
It was not flattering to the human eye, I can tell you that much.
But did it feel good, bro?
It felt pretty good, but not when I looked over and saw the mirror. Then I was like, this is a bad choice.
Did you envision yourself like as a bear playing gleefully in a stream? That's what I like to think you were doing.
Well, this new bathtub that I have has jets in it. And I had sort of a dam situation going because I was because the water, because I sat there as it was filling up, and the water behind me was significantly less than the water in front of me. So it was, got a little bit of Hoover Dam going on there, and
a bit of a displacement. Yes.
When I turned the jets on, half of them were like out, so it was like speedboating my back, and I had to like kind of maneuver and stand up so the water would even out. Did not make me feel good.
No, you didn't light some candles and put on a little Sinead O'Connor?
No, I'll tell you what I did do. I was listening to music, of course, sitting in my bath and chilling and hoping and praying and swearing to God, please don't let my wife walk in on this monstrosity.
Or the children.
And they were at school.
Oh, okay, cool.
I took like a midday, like I'm going to take a quick bath and just chill out, maybe soak my knees because they've been sore lately. And and so Four Non-Blondes came on.
Oh, of course it did.
And I was singing as loud as you could possibly imagine.
Yes.
Just
saying song. Hey, huh? Just saying hey.
And just screaming, what's going on? And it was a situation where my wife, I guess, was downstairs working. She jumped up because she didn't know why I was screaming, what's going on?
Why is there so much noise coming from upstairs?
Because when I sing, you can't differentiate. It's like a bear roar. You just can't differentiate what it is.
Is it good? Is it bad? You can't tell, but it's probably dangerous.
Let's say the horror on her face when she walked in versus the hilarity on her face shortly thereafter was quite priceless. It was wonderful.
Once she knew you were okay.
Yeah.
And that horrific wailing was not actually you being possessed. It was.
Well, I also didn't stop singing. I just kept going.
Man. Well, you shouldn't stop for anyone.
You got to lay into it. You really got to go.
If you're not 100, then you're failing.
It's true. You got to go. Listen, I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Now, how long it takes me to make that quarter mile depends on how much my knees want to work that day.
Totally valid. I mean, I'm kind of similar in that. I never drive faster than I can see. Other than that, it's all in the reflexes. So.
Hell yeah, it is. Damn right. All right, so let's get to some of these comments because let's
say hi to our Snobs Nation over here.
I want to do the pleasant stuff before we have to get to the bad news. So, Paul Dunn, what's going on? But don't laugh at me in a bathtub. Seriously?
No, he was laughing at me in the opener there that you threw out. When everybody calls me dumb and stupid and said I stink.
Chicken's here. He says, "Hey, didn't I see you a minute ago? Yeah, we just did a live review of The Accursed. You can go check it out.
Yeah, check it out if you haven't checked it out, and then go check it out after you check that out."
Chris was there too. Another Snobs Nation in the damn house. Damn right. Yeah. Not in the bathtub, just in the house.
Take as many damn pictures of the damn house as you want to.
Paul says, "Good evening, gents. Good evening to you, sir. What's good, Snob Nation? Everyone doing good this week? Hello, dear friends from Kathleen.
What is up, Kathleen?
Bath, definitely not as beautiful as they show in movies, but so damn comfy.
I don't know how y'all bathing, because I bath with lots of bath bombs and lots of candles and definitely some tunes, usually Sarah McLachlan. And it's just, man, I bath hard. I don't understand why people say it's not a beautiful experience. It's wonderful. As long as no one else sees you.
I might do the candles, but I can't do the bath salts because it's a jet, because it has the jets in it.
You can't do that?
No, I think it messes them up.
Man, that's stupid. Because then bath bombs, bro. There's so many options you have for skincare and just for self-help. Well, that's cool. You know what? Maybe we should go to a mud bath, bro. That's what we need to do.
I can't do it, dude.
Spa day.
There's no
Scene
way.
Snobs spa day.
I'll do a spa day, but I'm not getting in a mud bath. I'm never going to get out. I'm never going to be able to get out.
Hey, man, if Michael Dorn's work can get out, you can get out. All right. I'm just saying.
I will never do that with you. I'm sorry. Lies. I'm sure someone would drink your dirty bathwater with a straw.
Uncomfortable.
You'd become the number one fan if you did, but I don't want you to.
Yeah, right? I mean, like, not while he's still in it, right?
I love it. Nothing compares to you, Mick. Isn't that Sinead O'Connor? I said
it is Sinead O'Connor. No, I said Sinead O'Connor earlier because
yeah.
Sinead O'Connor is far superior, but that's fine anyway.
That is fair. What's going on, Rubber Ducky? Men in bathtubs is not a pretty sight. I mean,
what? I mean, we can be pretty sometimes. Hi, friend.
Hi. And John Wass says,
"John, what's up, friend?
I'm so happy to hear your voices and see your faces this fine evening. I'm glad you got here after the bathtub story."
Yeah, right.
So we got some bad news today, everybody. This is the final. No, I'm just kidding.
What were you about to do? That's just messed up.
We've invested too much. We can't turn back now.
We're never turning back now. We've gone too far. We breached 3 years, and we've just been steadily getting better at this, at least in my mind, and that's really all that matters.
Well, we've had 2 deaths, both in their 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they should both be mentioned. The first death, of course, is and for anybody who doesn't know, it's radio DJ Art LeBeau has passed away at 97 years old. You may not know him. He was very famous for being out west, but he left such an impression. He started in 1941 as a radio disc jockey. He brought a lot to it. He was the first one to start taking requests.
Yep.
Back when the phones didn't, connect into it. So he would just say, "Hey, Casey has a request for Stacy," something like that, and then play the song for her. And then he also coined the phrase "oldies but goodies."
See, and that's great because unfortunately, Art LeBeau, when he started, he was still playing Talkie Time people who were singing like "I never remember."
Well, true, but he revolutionized because he would go ahead and play black artists when it wasn't popular to play black artists.
That was one of the big
radio.
things. Yep, that was fantastic about him. So 97 years old. That's a hell of a run.
Which I feel like a guy like that stepping in, and of course not being the first to do it, but to help revolutionize being DJs and a radio personality that early on, and help create a slew and inspire a slew of other DJs. I mean, this is where podcasting comes from initially. And as podcasters, I feel like we need to pay our respects to them.
Absolutely. Could not agree more.
Art LeBeau, sorry to see you go. Hey, that rhymed.
Yes, you did. I did.
I did it.
You did. Yes. It happened, everybody.
We had another loss today at 96 years old.
Huge loss.
Angela Lansbury.
The great Angela Lansbury.
Yeah.
Who was so fantastic. I mean, her stage presence was absolute brilliance. I watched her and B. Arthur's rendition of Bosom Buddies again. When I found out she passed. I mean, Murder, She Wrote, prolific series. So I hate to say it, but someone finally got her.
Yeah, I mean, and it's she lived a long, good life.
Yes, she did.
I have a few facts about Angela Lansbury here. I thought would be cool to read off.
Okay, wait, are these real facts or like fun?
No, they are.
Facts?
Listen. All right. Her first big break came at 17 in the MGM film Gaslight. Alongside Ingrid Bergman. Lansbury's young age caused a complication during filming. They had to wait till she turned 18 to film scenes in which she smoked. Thought that was a kind of a cool tidbit.
Whoa.
And some
I thought they were giving baby cigarettes back then.
They were, but not on screen.
Fair enough.
So some accolades in her life: nominated for 7 Tony Awards and won 5. Also received a Lifetime Achievement Award. Nominated for 17 Emmy Awards with no wins. 12 of them were for her role as Jessica Fletcher and a murder-solving novelist on Murder, She Wrote. She was inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame. Nominated for 3 Academy Awards with no wins. Received an honorary award.
What was she nominated for? Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
I think Gaslight was one of them because it was early on.
Oh. Wow.
Holds the record for youngest actress with 2 Academy Award nominations by the age of 20. So she had 2 by the time she was 20. So I think Gaslight was one. I don't know what the other one was. And it might have been the Manchurian Candidate that was the other one. Okay. I'd have to double check. And a big one, in 12 years of her life, she murdered 264 people and framed 264 people for those murders.
Yeah, she did. That's Jessica Lansbury was... No, I just combined them. They're the same person.
You got me on that one.
Well, we just found out that Jessica Lansbury, in fact, was the murderer the whole time.
Jessica Lansbury. As soon as you said Lansbury after Jessica, I was like, nope, I can't hold it.
Angela Fletcher, whichever one. She had many aliases through her life, and she was a prolific murderer. And we got to watch her do it. It was wonderful. I'm surprised they ran a TV series about it.
She got away with it too, because that damn dog was not in Cabot Cove.
Yep, exactly. And every time she went out of Cabot Cove, there was still a magical murder around here. Come on, folks.
Yeah,
let's
actually,
connect the dots, to be honest.
We made like I want to ask you a question on something because HBO Max has announced that they are doing a new series, new Scooby-Doo inspired series called Velma.
Yes.
Where Velma is now Southeast Asian descent. Shaggy is black. I think Daphne's Asian. I'm not 100% sure. I have to double check. And then I think Fred is still white. White bread bastard. But no, a lot of people are freaking out, of course, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about like what you think of it because we are kind of on the same page with that. Like, who cares? Sort of thing. I want to talk to you about the level of not caring in things that happen like this. Because I feel like that's where we need to get to. It's they're changing so many things now. Like, they'll gender swap or they'll do this, do that.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people still give a shit, Casey? I need answers.
The simple fact is because people connect to those fictional characters and are unable to disassociate themselves from what they saw in the first time, and they will forever be trapped in the idea that everything is exactly as they were introduced to it once. And that's enough, and that's all they ever need. And if anything varies even slightly from that, it's obviously the work of the devil.
Okay, so if you like White Velma, I never really thought about it, but whatever. If you like White Velma, isn't there like 40 years of content that you can watch White Velma?
Yeah,
why are you worried about one show?
There's lots of cartoons that already exist. There's a couple movies, and I love all the portrayals. So why would it matter switching it up? Change the character. That's fine. It's a fictional character. It was, in fact, and get ready for this. Everyone hold tight. An animated fictional character. So not even a real person in that role are you upset about. You're upset about a drawing. That's great. I'm glad that whoever's upset about that can be so pissed that a drawing is what sets them over the edge. I think they need to switch to decaf. There needs to be a decaf movement. Like, get rid of Monster and Red Bull. Just keep people, I don't know, sedated. That's what we need. More Xanax.
I don't know, man. I'm just, I the more and more I hear about it, and the more I see people freak out about it. Now, don't get me wrong. When they do these things, I know that the studio is also adding fuel to the fire, because even getting these controversies kicked up on social media is just bringing more light to the content.
Yeah, which is great, because that's just giving you advertising. It's all it is at this point. Seditious, being upset about something, just finding that way to find the cracks and just jump in and, get people riled up. Mm-hmm. Well, now you're having a discussion about the thing. So one way or the other, I mean, if all of a sudden it's a discussion in your house after saying, I don't want my child to see this, and yet you have the discussion in the house, and now all of a sudden the child's interested and going to go see it. Because that's the way I was. Yeah. You got to, there's people just are so rude and unable to disassociate themselves from the things that they put importance on, which is, this is entertainment. It's entertainment, and it's about representation. There's a lot of people who don't look like you who deserve to look like someone on a show that they want to love, especially a kid's show that's going to appeal to all walks of life.
You're right. Not a lot of people look like me. I look like a big dumb bear.
No, man, not a dumb one. Just like a master hunter.
A master? No. Not okay. Maybe not a dumb one, but not the smartest one at the picnic.
Okay, the circus one. All right, you're decently trained, but you're a little sad when you have to, dance. You just want to be able to go enjoy yourself and relax and chill in your really huge cage. I get it.
I am not in a cage. I am not a circus.
Right now,
I almost said elephant.
Yeah, you did say elephant. In fact, I'm not.
I went from elephant to bear from Noom. All right, we're getting to the comments before I start saying more bad stuff about myself. All right, Matt. Hey, what's up, Matt? Hey, guys, still want that hat? I'm going to make them one. I just got to order one and put a sticker on it, just like I do with mine.
Do it, man.
It was uncomfortable. John, it was not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I was good with it.
I'll watch it tomorrow from the beginning. Give you all a bonus view. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you. Murder, She Wrote is classic. Chris, that's right. You're not wrong. Oh, wait. Tales Old as Time. I'm reading way ahead. Tales Old as Time. Murder, She Wrote is a classic. It absolutely was.
It is.
Murder, She Wrote was a staple in my house as a child. Mm-hmm. My mom's all-time favorite show. Just got her all the seasons of the show. That's awesome.
That's radical. Yeah, that was my mom's, one of her favorites. My mom didn't stop to sit down and watch television. She would always have a chore and circle into the room when her show was on. And I'd be like, well, I'll just change the channel. She'd be like, you better not, because she'd start shit and coming back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She listened.
That was my grandmother. It's only as big as advertised. You won't be named. I blame the media some. They always have to make a big deal about the changes. I can't wait till there's no news about these kind of changes, aka it's normal. Yeah. Right. I mean, that's going to be our kids. That's not going to be us.
Exactly. I mean, they're going to be way better than us.
But do they have to keep remaking things to make people feel included? Couldn't they, write new things, new stories, new characters? Well, actually, that's a good point. No, that's a good point.
Nope. No more new. No, we're done with new. We just
Oh,
want to
you're being
repeat everything.
sarcastic. I thought you were being real.
I gotcha.
No, because there are people of color in their communities are saying, like, why do you have to give us that? Why can't we create new stuff for us? And I agree. I mean, there should be a plethora of everything. Like, I don't care if they change something up, because Mindy Kaling took over the show.
Okay.
So Velma is her show. She's writing it, she's producing it, and she's starring as Velma. And they hired her to do so. So I don't blame her for wanting to change to, a Southeast Asian character, a South Asian character, I should say. And then kind of, and it's a better representation for her who's doing the show. Why not?
And I enjoy that idea of, rewriting, giving these new ideas, giving some breath to new life, really, to something that's been the same. Sure, it's been wonderful and dear to our hearts, and that's delightful, but shouldn't other people get that opportunity to have something dear and delightful to their hearts? But I'm also of the same mindset that I go back to George Takei when they made, Sulu a gay man, and he was like, he doesn't need to be, though. That's the beauty of Roddenberry's world, is that doesn't need to happen. We don't need to have that. And it's great to hear the actor say that as a, very strong advocate for who he is. George Takei, all about being gay. It's wonderful. It's delightful. And to say that about his character, because character doesn't always have to be. You can introduce a new character. You can do what Strange New Worlds has done. Give us a bunch of new characters that are all over the spectrum, and it's wonderful. So I don't know. I struggle with a lot of changing some of the old things. I do have a problem with it, but also change is good. It's just a little hard sometimes.
John Walsh brings up a good point. My only complaint is that Scooby-Doo inspired series does not include Scooby-Doo. That's it. I mean, I get that. That I do get.
Yeah, I completely understand that.
Kathleen says Yogi Bear. I am smarter than the average bear. God. But as someone who worked for Ringling Brothers, the animals were treated way better than us humans. That's not what I heard.
Oh, no, I heard the stories. I was there talking to Paul that night. He recounted his circus days, which we still have turned into a terrifying movie.
Paul's got a cigarette in one hand and a cattle prod in the other, and it's just like standing next to an elephant thing. I don't know why they complain. We get treated way worse than anybody else. It's just cattle prodding the elephant.
Well, that's the thing, is he's cattle prodding the elephant, but then someone comes up and just punches him in the face every 25 minutes. Oh, hey, Paul. Bunk.
Hey, Radar, what's going on, man? He just ran in from the fair setup. That's awesome.
Sweet.
We're going to be in North Carolina this weekend.
Yes, we will.
So,
not near Pam's, unfortunately.
I don't know, man. It's like 30 minutes away. If we have to go through Raleigh, I might just go to Pam's.
Dude, 30 minits is worth it.
It might be 45. I might be embellishing a little.
It's under an hour.
I know, but if it's because Sunday I got to host Sunday Scares. So if I got to be back,
let's see how we feel.
Yeah, but if we're driving through, yeah, absolutely.
All
if
right.
not, I gotta go back.
That's fair. Yeah, and we're gonna move slow anyway, and we might fall asleep after Pam's. Like, honestly, that could be a danger for being behind the wheel. And
that fried ham, ooh, something to dream of. I'm gonna order 6 orders just to go home with. No, you can't have any. Lansbury and LeBeau, so close in age. Do you know if they knew each other? I do not know. That's a good question.
That's
Lee,
a really great question.
Thanks for joining in, Lee.
Yeah, appreciate you, Lee.
John, it's like when Holden McNeil was explaining to Jay that these were fictional characters before realizing that Silent Bob was an eternal anguish because of his chosen friend.
Yep.
It's true. I don't have any issue with changing the race. My issue is that it was a character of color changed to white. This would be a different discussion altogether, and that's not okay. I mean, that's fair. The only reason that I don't necessarily fight for that side of the argument is because white characters aren't under misrepresented.
Exactly.
All other races are. So You're right. But when it comes down to a time where there's no misrepresentation or under misrepresentation, then I think the argument kind of holds water. But
it's all just balancing out. And, sometimes different things are going to be hit and we're going to feel differently about it as it happens. I get it.
But yes, any controversy is just free advertising. Absolutely.
Boom.
And now I'm the villain for the snob.
Yes.
This is cattle prod. Kathleen Moss, that point exactly, Radar. If it went the other way, it would be totally different conversation. But that's again the thing. It's never went the other way. Like it doesn't have like the white people have been represented in everything. All right, tell me who the black person in Pride and Prejudice is. Go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Backstory was created. It was just great. And Matt says, Paul's shown me videos of exactly what you described, mixed sig and cattle prod.
Oh, I believe it.
I knew it.
Believe it.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit. We're kind of getting into a fun time. I mean, it's Halloween time, so we've been going to some crazy places. Everyone's gonna be pissed off about Velma, I'm telling you.
I know,
movies have been whitewashed forever. Exactly. And in fact, they still are. Like
constantly.
There's still so many. So like who do you want? What do you want? Like what person of color in an animated series or a TV series or a comic book or whatever do you want to whitewash? Like who would you like to see whitewashed? That's my biggest question about it is.
That just feels like a loaded, dicked up question. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Who do you want to see whitewashed? Like, legitimately asking, like, all right, listen, Scarlett Johansson did a great job in Ghost in the Shell. Who else can we get?
But she shouldn't have been in Ghost in the Shell,
right?
So, like, and that's the thing. Like, we've seen it happen so much that now Velma gets So we can't. That's that right there. The point it kind of implodes on itself. You can't say, people would freak out the other way. It doesn't. It's happened for a long time. People have been whitewashing films, especially in Asia, and changing things and
stealing music.
That's a whole different.
That's the history of how we got most of the music we wound up with today. Is from people stealing it from other people. So for me, it all works out in the wash. The scales need to be tilted, and I got no problem. I ain't going to have any qualms or squash with the fact that it's a fictional character. And if you want to play with it, play with it.
Well, I think I know what Paul's point here is when he says, God bless Jordan Peele. And the reason being is because Jordan Peele, of course, came out a few years ago after Get Out and the success of Get Out. He was asked, and he said, I don't think I'll ever cast a white person in my movie in the starring role because he's seen that movie so many times before, and people collectively freaked out. Like, this is racist, this is that. And it's like, is it? Like, because he's going to cast white people in his films, just not at the forefront, because he wants to tell stories about black people. And there's absolutely nothing. Like, I don't understand why people freaked out about that. Well, I do, because it's just it's ridiculous. It is. It's just ridiculous. And some people get freaked out about it because if one black director in Hollywood is saying, "Yeah, I'm probably not gonna cast white people as the stars of my movie," and people freak out, what? Because
I'm gonna bring up Nope real quick because I'm really kind of in love with that movie now. Nice. Michael Wincott.
Yeah, he was great in it.
He was amazing in that. It was perfect. They're always going to have those people and those side characters. And it's fun to have that as the side character versus, I understand his point of view, person of color always saw the other person of color as the side character. And usually only one. There was always a token. So why not flip that on its head? It's just another trope, playing another trope. And it's brilliant. It's wonderful to see that we have an open enough society now to where we can do that. And it's fun and it works and we're growing up out of it. It's that adolescence of shaking off the bullshit. So,
well, I mean, at what point? Because nobody freaks out about a Spike Lee film with primarily black stars in the leading roles. Nobody freaks out about Ava DuVernay, and the reason being is because they didn't say it in an interview, and also because Jordan Peele's movies got huge mainstream acclaim. And not to say that Spike Lee, and Ava DuVernay are two of the best directors out. And but there is that level of like, well, I have Universal money backing me, and I can make anything I want. for however much I want. That is a huge mainstream Spielbergian type of filmmaking.
Yeah.
And people get jealous, people get upset, and it's just ridiculous. And Chris brings up a good point here. He says that did happen, though. Monica Rambeau was the first Captain Marvel. We got Brie Larson, unfortunately. We did get Monica, though. Monica is there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the only thing I'll say with that is Carol Danvers as the character is probably the most famous iteration of Captain Marvel, even more so than the very first one, Marvel.
Yeah, very predominantly well known, I'd say.
So.
And Brie Larson, huge actress at the time, she nailed it. She did a good job. She was fine. I like the movie; it works.
Yeah.
But it did happen. You're right.
And Lee actually says, "Sorry about my question. Do not be sorry. It was a really good question.
Not at all.
I wish I knew.
Yeah.
And honestly, because he was in the business for so long as a radio disc jockey in California, I wouldn't doubt that in her heyday, especially in Murder She Wrote, she did some radio interviews. And and
also, I mean, when she was doing her Tony stuff, I mean, you got to remember when they were acting. When you're acting on stage, you've always got to go and you've got to whip up and try to do as much, radio work or anywhere you can get anyone to come see your show. So
yeah, absolutely.
Of course, I'm sure Lansbury didn't have to worry about that after like 72. She was fine.
Paul Dunn says Blank Panther. I don't understand the joke. Are you just trying to cattle prod Black Panther now?
He just wants to cattle prod everything. He's actually losing his mind. I'm pretty sure we need to take the cattle prods away from
it's not even a cattle prod at this point. It's just a stick. He's just like, I have a stick. And Matt's got to like usher him inside. Time to go.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Sam's also like, what are you doing? I'm just going to go to bed. Figure it out.
Oh, man, I can't go to North Carolina. If Paul shows up, I'm going to poke by a stick. He's going to have like flashbacks of elephants like raging on.
Nah, buddy, you've been working on Noom. It's helping.
I'm still big. I enjoy seeing people who don't look like me on screen. I want to see the world through different eyes, and that's not something I get daily. And if I resort to cartoons, so be it. But I mean, even like again, going back to Jordan Peele, like he's showing everybody a different through a different lens. Paul says it's just a cigarette. Let's be honest. My magic stick. This is my boomstick. No, okay. All right. So this weekend, I got something, Casey.
Yeah. What did you get?
I got a toy from McDonald's, but
really?
It wasn't for kids.
So you got a Happy Meal. You got this adult
Happy Meal, and I got Grimace. He looks like me. Look.
Am I all right? I've got to ask. Am I tripping permanently, or does that Grimace have 4 eyes?
He does. So I guess the thing that has made him is called Cactus.
That was a close one.
You'll be safe for right now.
Okay.
So I guess Cactus Plant Flea Market is like a clothing design company, and they do so. They're how McDonald's is doing this like meals of celebrities, and whatever the celebrities like to get, they'll make a meal. I think they've done Kim Kardashian and somebody else. I've done one.
This is all McDonald's doing this, catering this way?
Yeah. So they'll do it. So McDonald's has teamed up with Cactus Plant Flea Market to make. So I think it's the 4 eyes is a part of their look, their designs for stuff too. So I guess what they did was they teamed up with McDonald's and they created characters that you can get. One of them, I think, is like a yellow figure that they actually make, like is their mascot or whatever, and he's dressed in McDonald's gear. The bird, remember the bird girl with the pigtails?
Yep.
Her, Grimace, and the Hamburglar.
Well, good. I was going to say, I hope the Hamburglar, does he too have 4 eyes?
They all have 4 eyes.
I cannot own any of these things because that would do you know how many times I would walk by it and immediately trigger and go, did I crack my neck? Am I having flashbacks here? What is this? Like, I'm not okay with it.
Well, so I got one. So basically it comes in, the meal comes in like an adult Happy Meal box.
Okay.
It comes with a medium fry, a large Coke, and your choice of either a Big Mac or a 10-piece chicken nugget.
Can you get both of them?
Yeah, but it's extra. It's add-on. You can get one or the other in the Happy Meal.
I mean,
And
if
you
it's
get
an
the
adult
toy.
Happy Meal, just make it something that I can actually eat the whole way through. I feel like I would eat just what you described and I'd still be hungry.
Well, you can get more. You can add more. They have more to the menu.
Yeah, but
not
if
like
you have
they
to
only
order,
went with-
if you have to order that much more, are you really staying happy? The whole point of a Happy Meal is to pay a certain price so you don't lose your mind and you manage to remain under your budget. That makes you happy. As
That's
an
fair.
adult now, budgeting makes me happy. So if I have to get all of those things and then in order to complete my my full stomach, that makes me less happy. And I've got 4 eyes staring at me when I already have 4 eyes in the mirror. So no, I'm good.
Well, here's what I'm
I'm
thinking.
against this. I'm against this whole thing.
No, don't be, because I have a plan.
Okay.
We are going away this weekend in North Carolina.
Yes, we are.
What is our road trip food?
Well, it's 20 burgers. A sack of
Yeah,
burgers.
well, yeah, and mind you, everybody, Casey doesn't eat all of his burgers in one sitting. Just Casey.
Well, yeah, maybe 2 sittings. Stretched out.
No, wait, there's 20. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's just go to McDonald's on a road trip and get adult Happy Meals.
Okay.
And that's what will sustain us, because I can't eat that much. I can't eat 20 burgers, and I didn't eat 20, but I can't eat all that food anymore anyway.
No, the sack of burgers was hilarious because on the way down, we did not. It wasn't even 20.
No.
I think we ordered 10. And
yeah.
We both were like, I think there was 2 left, and we were both just like, I don't think I can do McDonald's like that anymore. Like our tummies are like, nah, it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, so I figure we'll do that. We'll do that like on a trip down there, and we'll get one, and we'll see what toys we get. And we'll do it on the way back.
All right, cool. I mean, I'm not going to call it a Happy Meal, though.
You have to.
I'm going to call it an unsettled meal. And in a lacking meal.
You're going to be happy.
I'm going to be happy because I'm hanging out with you on a road trip to North Carolina.
True.
Getting ready to go hang out with people that we love and appreciate and who love and appreciate us. So it's going to be radical.
Well, here's the thing. We are not just road tripping in North Carolina. So Friday night, we're going to Maryland, about an hour and a half away. And we're going to do a live show.
What are we doing?
I don't
We're
know.
going all the way up to Maryland and all the way down to North Carolina in one weekend, bro. This is ridiculous. The Scene Snobs get absurd.
I asked my wife, like, is this a good idea? And she goes, it's the best idea. And I was like,
no, it's not a good idea. It is the greatest idea.
So we are going to Maryland for we're going to do a live ghost hunt with the Maryland Phenomena Investigations team. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
Casey is probably going to shit himself, and I'm going to love every second of it.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to go in being full on cocky, just ready to rock like no problem whatsoever. And the best part is when I walk in, everyone is going to see how truly freaked out I immediately become. So all of this is big talk and big game. As soon as I'm there, I will freak out, probably cry.
Well, it's going to be hosted. So it's not going to be hosted by us. We are going to be out there doing it with the team. It's going to be hosted by Jason Taylor and possibly another host. So at 9 p.m., we'll go live. We're going to do it for about an hour and a half to kind of see what we can find, be with the investigation team of Jeremy. And her name escapes me at the moment, but Jeremy Hunt is the one that's going, because I haven't met her yet. I've been talking to Jeremy, who's a friend of mine.
Which I'm super excited to hang out with Jeremy. That's going to be a blast. I'm so excited that they actually invited us along and are allowing us to do this. It's going to be really cool. Very excited.
It's going to be so much fun, man. And we're going to have a great time. So guys, make sure to join in. If you're hanging out on Friday night, we will be live. You can talk around with it. Jason will pull you up and he'll talk to us with it too. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be wild. I will say this. It's going to be a really wild time. I'm super excited for it. We're going to be touring the Cotton and Company Vintage Boutique in Maryland. I don't know what to expect here. It's in Kemar, Maryland. I don't even know how far away that is.
We're gonna find out. This is all seat of our pants, folks.
if we, because we're not professional ghost hunters, paranormal hunters at all. We're joining a team. We don't have the rigs and the setups. We're going out there with our phones.
We do know how not to be, thanks to Ghost Adventures. I feel like
That's
Zach
true.
Bagans taught me what not to do.
Yeah, he is such a douche. And then we're gonna come. If we survive, we're gonna come home. sleep, hop in a car the next morning, and then this won't be live, but we're going to go all the way out to the Devil's Playground in North Carolina and we're going to tour, and we're going to do their haunts and stuff like that, and we're going to record it all.
Yep.
And
we're going to record our reactions and as much as we can without giving away too much of the super cool stuff, because we want everyone to experience it.
Exactly.
We want everybody to come and actually give a chance to come hang out in North Carolina, and where a huge chunk of people that we truly love are going to be at. So it's going to be fantastic. Really excited.
So if you're going to be in North Carolina area in Lillingfield, I think is the name of it. It's Lillington, North Carolina. Come on out to the Haunted Devil's Playground, hang out, see us. We're going to be recording. So like when we're recording, we can't, we'll be in the haunts. We can't take you with us or anything like that, but we will be in and out. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to hang out with you. And then we'll go back to our hotel, go to sleep.
A lot of sleep. A lot of sleep. Let's not put a cap on the amount of sleep we're going to be getting.
Oh yeah,
because we're old men.
Oh yeah,
that's what we do.
We are going to. Then we'll drive home, and then I'm hosting Sunday Scares on Twitter. I don't know what the movies are yet. I have to pick them, and then I'll announce them. But they're going to be something fun for Halloween. So Sunday Scares double feature starting at 8 p.m. on Twitter. We all watch it. It's a watch party, and it'll be fun. Hey,
I've got a good one for you. Have you done Trick or Treat in a while?
Trick or Treat is actually going to be played for something else. I'm thinking maybe Midnight Hour, and then maybe the Lost Boys.
See, Lost Boys, bro. You got to. Once you say it, it's good and fitting. Now, well, have you thought of more, baby? Have you seen Werewolf by Midnight?
Oh my God, it was so good, dude. It was so good.
I was blown away by that. You and I have been talking about werewolves for a lot of things recently. Even just in our general everyday interaction, I feel like werewolves seem to pop into my head anyway. Might be alike, and we need to look into that. So that was one of the better versions I've seen of someone trying to recreate a horror movie from that Universal Monsters era. And I think they absolutely nailed it, man. It was awesome. Disney did such a good job with that. Well, Marvel did such a good job with that.
It did. And you know what you got, and I don't care if I spoil it now because it's been out for a week. Man-Thing was in it, so it was very cool to see Man-Thing. Ted, so wonderful. So it was very cool to see that character, and they did him right. And everything just about it. It's like one of my favorite Marvel entities that was put out, and is a good horror film. I like the graphics in the beginning for the special presentation. It was like an old ABC movie of the week.
Exactly. Did you also notice they had like the real changes?
Yeah,
like
they had the cigarette burns. Yeah,
the cigarette burns was awesome.
Dude, it was so fun. They did it in the vein of a 1940s B horror movie. So well done, very good. I absolutely loved it.
The story of I believe the comic book character is Elsa Bloodstone, along with Man-Thing, and I don't know the werewolf's name. I'm not familiar with his
Jack Russell.
Okay.
Jack Russell in it.
Not a terrier in this one, but
no. Well,
you get the joke.
Old Werewolf by Night. His great grandfather or something was that. Jack Russell is the current.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Paul says we should come out to Cookout and see Paul.
Yeah, I'm in.
Well, depends on where it is.
Yeah, no, this is all relative, by the way. So, like, we're gonna be doing so much traveling. If we can meet somewhere relative, I'm in.
Or come meet us at Devil's Playground, because that's where because we have to record there. Unfortunately, like we have to. If we weren't working it, and we weren't working it for Stephanie and Destiny, I would say, hey, let's break out and go do something. But it's just this is like a work trip, so it's
and we're hanging with Steph and Dest. Like, come
on.
I
know, I love Stephanie.
Right?
Protest, Happy Meal. White Castles might make you happier. That's true.
Boom. That is a great one. I like that, Lee. And actually, I don't know if White Castle will do it though, because that's even smaller burgers. So I'm more of a quantity over quality right now.
That's fair. Come by the fair and get one of the funnel. It depends on where it is. It's in Raleigh. I think it's in Raleigh.
It's like 4 days away.
Noom will understand. Please tell me y'all are going to wear Ghostbusters outfits.
We are.
No,
That
I
would
wish.
be brilliant.
You have a jumpsuit. You can wear one.
I do have a jumpsuit, but it's not a Ghostbusters one. I could get a patch.
You can get a
I might
patch.
make this happen now.
This sounds like a remake of Tusk. I hope
Well,
not.
that's uncomfortable. Like, who's going to become the Tusk thing here? I don't want to.
I'm not a very fast runner. I'll fight. I'm going to bite some motherfucker who tries to get me. And I don't accept drinks from anybody. I don't take a drink or food from anybody.
Here's what is absolute horseshit in our friendship, okay? Because the whole idea that you only have to be faster than the person next to you is a lie. Because I have to be faster than you. And then if I decide that, I have to be faster than your wife for the rest of my life. Because she will hunt me down. And that's not cool. I'm not okay with that.
You have to be faster than my reach to grab your shirt. Because if I grab your shirt, I am swinging you around and throwing you at whatever's chasing us.
Although that might work. I mean, you could probably get some good velocity. And, if I could figure out how to spear up.
I even told my kids that.
I'll go as Wolverine with big old claws. So in case anything happens, you just Colossus and chuck me. Come on, bub.
Oh my! I even told my kids that. They're like, "We're faster than you." I was like, "You have to be faster than me grabbing your shirt and swinging you at the monster." That's what it comes down to. And everyone hated Mick from that point on. No, like the restaurant cooking, I'll meet you down there. I know what you meant.
Oh yeah.
I would. I mean, nothing against the awesome restaurant, but I want a cookout. I want to go to a cookout. White Castle. Elsa's jacket looked great in the orange. Was it?
Yeah, it did.
Was there orange? Yep. Was it? Oh, it was in the beginning. It was colorful in the beginning, and then it went to black and white.
It slowly did that fade into the black and white, and then the fade out at the end again. I was like, what?
Oh, it was so fun.
It was dope.
Kathleen, we need to go to White Castle.
Agreed. Hey, Kathleen, John, we're all going to White Castle. After the show, let's get in the car.
Fine, we'll balance the White Castle out with some homemade mac and ramen. Oh,
sounds delightfully horrific, and I want some immediately.
No, I value my intestines more than that. No, you
Kathleen,
don't.
once again, proving that she's more intelligent than all of us again.
And
which she is.
Some predators get hooked on the chase and will just run everyone down like bears. Bears will No, they won't. Not everyone.
Well, they won't get near you because of your death aura.
Challenge accepted.
It's not fair when you can kill them from miles away.
I know.
Your mere presence is enough to just battle down bears, man. I mean, they should really have a law against how close you're allowed to get to bear sanctuaries.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Can you imagine, like, if a bear was coming at me? I'm going to fight it. Casey's like, we should run. It's tearing other people apart. Nah, I'm going to fight it.
He would legitimately do that, though. That's the scary part. If there was a bear getting into your car, you would get so mad. You would get so mad. You would scream. Oh, it would be ugly. Get a tire iron. Like, I'm going to teach you Jersey style, bear. And it would just.
Then we just become friends because I'm like, Paul's the one that has the cattle prod.
After you both get punched a lot, you're like just sitting down, all scarred up, with your arms around each other. It's like, oh, good. They made pals.
John says, if Kathleen is that intelligent, how did I catch her? Long arms. You grabbed her by the shirt and you just didn't let go.
Long arms. It's the key to relationships.
Lee, to answer your question, absurdity. Always absurdity.
Some ridiculousness that we don't even know how we got here.
And Kathleen says she stepped on a duck. Aw. That's so sweet. All right, let's tell a quick. I'm going to tell a ghost story because I know we promised ghost stories and I feel bad that we didn't do it. No, you know what? Let's save this topic and talk about it on the Halloween special.
Exactly, because on the Halloween special, I can read one of these ghost stories from the Random House book.
Nope.
Why not?
Because I have an idea for that, and I'm going to tell you about it on Friday.
On other day.
Because I'm going to do a reading of a very famous poem that is good for Halloween time, and I have a set for it.
Oh my gosh. Are you doing Pit and the Pendulum where you're just going to do it like miniatures that you've been playing with for the last 4 years, which I think you're psychotic and trying to actually murder things, but I don't know. You're my best friend. It's cool.
I'm going to read The Raven
in
front of this set.
Yeah.
And I have a cool little setup for it. And we're going
to do it. Oh, wait. Are you going to send all of the Snobs Nation ether or opium before we do it? So that way we can get in the mindset of Edgar Allan Poe?
I can't afford that.
Fair enough. It's a lot of money.
I will be, though.
I'll be soaked in ether. It'll be great.
That's right. Embrace the absurdity, my friend. Paul says, I work my counterprod like an opening scene of Jurassic Park. And look what happened to everyone.
Clever girl.
Look what happened to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Muldoon was the business, and he got ripped to shreds.
It's true. So we are going to have some fun. I like poems. Thank you. Oh, yeah, we're going to do the Raven. I'm going to do the Raven. I'm going to record it though, and then I'm going to
awesome. Can I do one? I'll do the Fall of the House of Usher.
No, just read one of your ghost stories.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, these were the ones that I actually grew up with. My grandma Betty was one of my favorite human beings on earth, and she got me this book. And it's been cool to be able to share these stories. And finally, River's at the age where I can read like 2 of them without her freaking out. So it's pretty rad.
Pick out 3.
Okay.
I'll pick out 3 things to read.
Beautiful.
We'll record them, and then we'll put them out every day on the YouTube channel for Halloween, on Halloween week.
I love it. It's brilliant.
I got the perfect.
I'll make sure to dress up too.
It'll be so much fun.
I don't have a fireplace. You will be stuck with this.
No, you come over and we'll film it here.
Oh, yes.
See?
Way smarter.
I think sometimes.
I've
there you go your ghost stories.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Paul. You're not looking forward to my Raven
Paul.
reading?
I appreciate it.
I got the idea because I've been reading Goosebumps to Jack.
Ooh, which are fun.
He started reading them and he really likes them, but he was like, Daddy, because he's 6. He was like, Daddy, it has no pictures. It kind of gets boring. Can you read it to me? And I was like, yes. I was like, this would be a great idea to be able to reread Goosebumps with you. And yeah, we're reading The Haunted Mask right now.
Amazing. River just finished the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, which was a lot of fun. So
That's
that was
awesome.
it was one of the last one, the only one I could find of my Goosebumps collection from when I was a kid. So it's like that one that I got to pass down to her. So that was pretty rad.
I remember Billy had all of them. I say we go ransack his home and get them.
Just take stuff again. Yeah. Every time he had to move or clean stuff out, I'm definitely there like, ooh, Tupperware. What do you got?
Oh, man. Did he have Happy Meal toys, though?
Normal ones. Not creepy,
ones?
terrifying things with 4 eyes.
What did you hear on October 18th? What's happening?
I don't like that they rebooted my Grimace. They screwed up the CGI on my Grimace.
They did. But did you hear what they're doing on October 18th?
I don't know. What are they doing?
The Boo Buckets are coming back.
Oh my gosh, for real?
Yep. The ghost.
That
I'm
excited for.
And,
all right, that's
the witch.
awesome.
But they're only for actual Happy Meal toys.
But there's no Frankenstein.
There was never a Frankenstein.
I thought there was a green one.
There's a witch.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The witch, the pumpkin, and the ghost.
That's right. Okay, cool.
So they're bringing them back with Happy Meal toys. So if you purchase Happy Meal toy, you get one.
Wait, so you have to purchase a Happy Meal toy?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm sorry. You have to purchase a Happy Meal.
Word. Just a regular Happy Meal?
Regular
or
Happy
adult?
Meal. Not
Okay.
an actual,
right.
like, adult one.
Now that there's all of these different stipulations that I need to understand, because the Boo Buckets I care about. Everything else is crap. I don't care about any of the other junk anymore. Unless they came back with a Mac-the knife in a Jeep little car, that was the business. In fact, if I find that, I'm bringing it on.
It's funny that you say that. I do remember that. And that always, because I there was a girl in my life that my brothers called Mac the Night.
That's uncomfortable.
She had a hell of a chin on her. And
dude, come on.
I'm not saying, I thought she was beautiful. I'm not saying anything.
That was directly to your brothers they are not on right now.
Yeah, tell them.
They'll hear later.
But they would say it and it would just be like, oh God, I can't believe you're saying that. That's horrible. Thanks, Lee. Happy Father's Day to us.
Oh, thank you, Lee.
Witchenstein. Green screen confuses.
I love it. Witchenstein works.
So I'm excited for that. I wasn't going to get them, but I was like, I'm excited that they're bringing them back.
Yeah.
And my kids heard it on the radio as we were driving home from football practice. And they were like, and even my wife was like, I want one. I was like, I get it. I was like,
I had one. I had the pumpkin. I don't remember which one my sister had. Maybe we both had pumpkins.
Yeah, the ghost, the pumpkin, and the witch.
Oh, of course you did. You're uptown city folk. We had to drive like 35 minutes just to get to the nearest McDonald's.
That's fair. We lived next to one. We were in the city.
Yeah.
So, and I remember the year that it came out, and they had cookie cutters in the tops.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I wish I still had those because we had them for a long time because they became Halloween decorations.
Yeah,
we were very poor, so
we used them as trick or treating buckets. That's what I used it for the longest time because I was able to upgrade my pillowcase So I was super stoked about that.
Nice.
And then used that. And then, I think we did the same thing. I think Mom kind of would pull them out once in a while and use them as Halloween decorations.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when it came down to it, like it was always like those were always the good ones. But I've been saying for a while, like I really wish that they would do something like the nuggets. Remember the chicken nuggets, McNuggets that you could dress up for Halloween?
Oh yeah, the little plastic ones. Yes, those were so cool. They came out with them a couple years ago, didn't they? They redid them.
No, they never brought them back.
Oh.
I wish they did, man, because that would just be awesome. Like I really think that would be a fun thing to bring back for kids to get for Halloween.
It would be. It would be. The problem is parents nowadays are much more open about their drinking and smoking marijuana. So there's a good chance that they would wind up being the ones choking on it, trying to eat it in the middle of the night, because God knows I would.
That's very fair. I would just keep it dressed as the Mummy and be really afraid of it.
The whole time, just petrified with it in the corner, like it's still staring at me.
Those things are so weird and cool. Like I don't want them, but I think it'd be cool to have my kids have them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. John says I still live 30 minutes from the nearest Walmart. McDonald's is only 2 minutes away. They're everywhere.
Lucky people.
They're everywhere.
Actually, no, that's a lie. I do. I live in a very small town now, which you can attest to. And it's weird because when I was growing up, the only fast food place in the surrounding 4 towns was McDonald's. Mm-hmm. What do I have right here in town in one of the very small areas?
I've eaten it. McDonald's. Yep.
Yep.
Right by the gas station. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, it's part of the gas station. It's even weirder. You walk in and it's like split deal.
Paul Dunn goes, I got 4 Walmarts within half an hour, if not more, then I can switch with you, Mr. Here's the thing. You're North Carolina, so of course there's a Walmart everywhere. Mm-hmm. And then he's in Michigan, so of course there's a
McDonald's everywhere. Yeah.
McDonald's started okay, we all know the story about where it actually started.
The founder.
But when Ray Kroc took over, he was from Illinois. So the Midwest was his big bread and butter, and that's where the big part was. Lee says, search for them on eBay. People sell everything.
That's
Those
true.
Things are even expensive as hell.
Including their dignity, which is I tried to sell my soul once on there, and it didn't go over great.
I'll buy it.
I only got $40. It's too late. It's already gone to secret. I've sold it 4 different times, so he even knows at this point.
It's fair. No, Mr. Dunn, I like it where I am. Thanks, though. The 500 megabytes per second internet makes it some sort of tolerable. There's a McDonald's gas station combo just 10 minutes from us.
Because
go
they're
get
really
your
nice.
Boo Buckets.
Get Boo Buckets, y'all. On the 18th, I want to make sure there's a rally for our Boo Buckets. Of course, it'll be in the Discord, so check it out.
Yeah, you know what? Everybody, here's what you do. Get the Boo Buckets. Take a picture with the Boo Bucket and hashtag the Scene Snobs on there. Snobs Nation. Snob Nation.
Snobs Nation. Snobs Nation.
Do it.
Because the 18th is a Tuesday.
The 18th is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm going to McDonald's that day. I'm getting a Boo Bucket. I'm going to have it.
I'm going to be there in the morning, because I know they're going to be sold out within a couple days.
Which actually leads us to a very big announcement. Next week on the 18th, we have 2 very special guests joining us.
Who are they, Mick?
Well, the new movie, The Accursed, which we just did a review for and is coming out this Friday. We have the director, Kevin Lewis, and one of the stars of the movie, Sarah Dumont, are going to join us.
I like that you just say star of the movie. Like, there were no others. It's just Sarah Dumont, our friend.
Listen, Mina Savory,
we like her. She likes us. Yeah.
Sarah's always been wonderful. She's been on the show a couple of times. Kevin's been on the show before. Yeah. Kevin and I have still actually I talked to both of them. It was funny because when Sarah heard that Kevin was going to be on the show, she reached out to me and was like, I want to be on a show. It's like, okay.
Which is awesome. Hey, more the merrier. We love it. And especially having 2 awesome people like that on, it's going to be great. And it's really easy when the stuff that they put out we like. But you can find out how much we like it on the review.
I feel like we're doing something right when all these celebrities and stuff that come on asked to come back on because they had such a great time with us. I'm like, all right, we're memorable. That's fun.
It feels good. Yeah. I mean, that's all we really want in life is to be remembered. And money.
Yeah. We would like to turn this into a career.
Yeah, it would be really sweet. This whole 2 jobs thing is getting to be for the birds.
Yes. So help Casey and I quit.
Yeah, help Casey quit. That's the new tagline of the show for year 4 is just help Casey quit. If we're not,
let's do this full time. Let's get us paid. Which brings us to our next point of action. So next week we have a great show for you guys. Go check out our review.
Next week. Yes.
of the Accursed. It's out now. Make sure to give us likes on it. This Friday, of course, is episode number 2 of the Scene Snobs Morning Drive live show, starting 7 a.m. going to 10 a.m. I think we had a good show last time, and I think we had fun.
Enjoyed it. And of course, it really doesn't matter what we think. Please let us know. Pop into the Snobs Nation Discord or wherever you're listening to your favorite podcasts. And remember to give us 5 stars and tell us exactly how you feel. Give a thumbs up and make sure you tell us if we suck. All right. Or if you see that there's a different direction or a better bit you enjoyed or a bit you'd rather see or hear, please let us know and give us as many reviews and likes and shares as possible.
That is true. And tell your friends. So, hopefully we're keeping you entertained during the day. And then during the night, we're going to keep you entertained with the Scene Snobs live ghost hunt.
It's going to be different. It's going to be different. I'm getting scared now just thinking about it. Because I want to be all brash and brazen and braggadocious, but quite frankly, I cannot. I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be looking around the corner and everyone's going to be like, come on, it's fine. It's all good. It's not all good. We're in a place of demon hell terror, potentially. I don't know. It could be the gate. We could have Hellraiser. Jamie Clayton could be waiting around there, who was an amazing Pinhead. Love that movie, by the way.
Yeah. So John Waugh says, my Friday morning was significantly improved because of y'all. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Paul says he agrees, and
thanks, buddy.
Mr. Waugh. So thank you. We appreciate that. So guys, go check out the show on Friday. Tomorrow, we are dropping a new episode of Real Combat. So season 2 right now. Make sure to go check that out.
Have you announced who's it going to be?
It's Paul Dunn and Alex DeJorio.
Ooh, that's going to be strong.
We've got 2 good movie fans on there. It's going to be a good time. But we're going to start winding down, and remember, Snobtober is here all month long. I want to thank you guys for joining in. We got a lot of great content still to come. We have our Halloween party on the 28th, so make sure you guys are there. I have some fun stuff planned that I don't even think I told Casey about yet, so it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be very good, and Snobtober is our favorite time of year, not only because horror being our favorite genre, but it is actually our anniversary month, so we always appreciate y'all celebrating with us and spending that time with us, and thanks a lot, y'all. So let's just keep on. Hopefully we're pumping out some great content for y'all.
And let's thank the people who are actually making our chances at quitting the job. Quitting
patrons,
job
huzzah!
Really well. Thank you, patrons. Tim, Paul, Stacy, Matt, Aaron, Chris S, Chris H.
And a great thank you to Dan, John B, Ron, Jason, AJ, Radar, and John W. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We have 3 tiers available over at patreon.com/thescenesnobs.
And join the Snobs Nation Discord, where we keep that conversation going. All the stuff that we didn't cover, crazy topics, and all the wonderful, amazing people that make up the Snobs Nation, hanging out, partying, and just having a good old time. So that's a great way to interact with us and for us to all be able to hang out and carry on some of these wacky conversations that we weren't able to keep up with in the comments.
And of course, guys, just remember that we have some great shows available, not just in the podcast format, but on our YouTube channel as well. We have all these shows here and more events, live events, and more coming. So make sure to check out the YouTube channel, hit subscribe, make sure to hit likes on all the videos that you watch, because it really helps us. Those viewed hours are a big deal. We really appreciate it.
And we also have merch. Pop on over to thescenesnobs.com and walk through our link tree to find yourself the Scene Snobs merch store, where you can find the coolest mugs, the most hip hoodies, and the wildest long sleeve shirts that will absolutely blow your friends' minds.
And guys, make sure to follow us over on all social media. We are at the Scene Snobs on everything. Or you can follow Casey on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. He's at Plotimus21 on Instagram, at Casey the Madman on TikTok, and at Twitter Night on Twitter. That is a mouthful to say, but we thank you guys.
Lot going on.
Lots going on. So just thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being part of it. Casey, take it away, my friend.
We appreciate it as always, and thank you for spending a little bit of time with us this afternoon, evening, or good morning, whichever it is for you. We always appreciate it. Hope we were able to make your day a little bit better, make things a little bit brighter on this crazy world as we help you embrace the absurdity, your Sherpas of the crazy. So thank you as always. And remember, folks, be kind to yourselves and be kind to each other. We appreciate you. Happy birthday to my little sister, by the way.
Happy birthday, Amanda.
Happy birthday, Amanda.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in, and we will see you next Tuesday.